It's Monday, February 5th, 2024, and I've got a few best bets for you guys in college basketball and the NBA. This is the Free Three. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Now, Saturday, I went rapid fire with you guys. I gave you a ton of picks in a quick short that I dropped on the channel, and guess what? We didn't do too all right. Well, 3 and 4. We cashed in on all our NBA plays, but we missed all our college basketball plays, which is normally like the opposite of what I do. It was a very, very crazy Saturday here on the channel and also inside the Discord group. I don't think I've ever missed so many college basketball plays in my life, man. It was absolutely crazy. 3 and 4 on the shorts that I dropped in. We cashed on the Hawks and Warriors over. We cashed on DiVincenzo points, and we also cashed on Allen's rebounds. Those are the 3 NBA picks we got right. Now, the 4 college basketball picks we got wrong. We lost on Houston on the money line. Kansas just wasn't missing a single shot. That's what I get for fading Kansas as an underdog. I kind of spoke myself into existence with that one. We lost on the TCU and San Diego State parlay as TCU ends up losing. And then we end up losing on the BYU and Texas Tech parlay as Texas Tech ends up getting upset by Cincinnati, and then we end up losing late night on Oregon as well. So 3 and 4 on the Saturday slate. You can see our year-to-date record right here. 2024 record, and we're doing all right for the month of February, 8 and 5, but that Saturday did take a little bit of a chunk out of us. But guess what? It's a new week, beginning of the month, so there's a ton of time with a ton of games ahead of us, including a Super Bowl. I'll do a special Super Bowl show this weekend as well for you guys, so this way you guys can get some of my favorite picks and plays building into the Super Bowl. But not too big of a slate today, so I'm going to take it a little bit light today on today's card. If you want some of my other picks and plays, make sure you click the link in the description, join the free Discord group, and if you can, smash that like button for me as we continue to try to grow the channel and continue to support the algorithm. Appreciate you guys a lot. Now let's dive into these best bets. For my first best bet of the day, we're going to go to the NBA hardwood, and I'm going to go with a player prop today, and I'm going to go with a guy that's probably not as popular to you guys as probably some of the other guys that I've shared on the channel, but player props have been cashing in for us pretty consistently, so we might as well start going back to them, and I'm going to go with Nick Claxton here, over 24.5 points and rebounds, minus 120 odds on Bet365. Make sure you shop around there. Now, if you want to take his rebound line, I'm not opposed to that. It's at 11.5, but it is kind of juiced at like minus 140. So I put the points and rebounds in here because he's been grabbing some points lately, and I think that's a little extra insurance for us on the combo square there. In his last game against the Sixers on Saturday, Claxton finished that game with 12 points and 15 rebounds, so that gives us about a combo there of 27, so we would have went over this here, and that's what I'm really looking for in tonight's matchup, okay? Claxton's been solid all year for the Nets. He's averaging about 12 points per game and about 12 rebounds per game, so that puts us right there again at that 24 line. So we just need him to do a little bit extra today, maybe put in an extra free throw or two, grab an extra rebound to get us over this combo line, but I think he can definitely do it against a Warriors team that's pretty susceptible to big men, okay? One time he's played the Warriors already this season. He had 19 points in that game to go around with 12 rebounds, so flying over this total pretty easily. And then if you also look at what he's done over the last 5 games, he's averaging 12 points to go with 12 rebounds with 32 minutes per game. So that's what I love to see. He's actually getting the volume in the games in terms of minutes. So I think that we should be a pretty good chance today. And then when you look at the fact that the Warriors give up the 6th most rebounds to power forwards, I like the fact that Claxton should be able to eat. Now, I know you're asking yourself, no, but he's not really a power forward. He's more of a center. Yeah, but he's more of a power forward because he's an undersized center when you look at it. He's like 6'10", 6'11 there. And then when you look at the lineup that the Nets are currently running, they're running that small ball lineup. They got Cam Thomas, Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges, and Cam Johnson in the lineup. So that means that he's really the only big man who's really going to grab rebounds. Nobody else on that lineup really goes after boards besides Claxton. So for me, I think that Claxton should be able to eat today against this Warriors team. And if you look at some of the previous opponents that the Warriors have faced, especially from a big man perspective, you've seen that a lot of them have gone over this total. In their last game against the Hawks, Clint Capella had 17 points and 15 rebounds, and Jalen Johnson had 21 points and 13 rebounds, so flying over this line. In against the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr. had 27 points and 5 rebounds. Now, probably Claxton ain't going to score many points as Jaren Jackson will, but you still love to see that they're giving up points to big men. Against the Lakers, AD had 29 and 13, and against the Kings in the game before that, Sabonis had 18 and 8. All these guys have gone over this combo line of 24.5. So for me, Nick Claxton, even though he's not as much of a scorer as some of these other guys that I mentioned, I think that he's going to make up for it on the rebounding side, as he should today grab 13, 14 rebounds, and then maybe it'll pitch in 10, 12, 15 points for us. But like I said, if you want to go with that rebound line as a single play, be my guest, but it is a little bit juice, so we're going to go with the combo line. So give me Nick Claxton over 24.5 points and rebounds is the first best bet of the day. For my second best bet of the day here, we're going to go with a money line parlay. When you take these two teams, you get to the plus 119 odds. You guys probably know who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with two favorites today, Kansas Jayhawks and Virginia Cavaliers. Now, I know I faded the Jayhawks in the last game, but I got to run to them in this matchup as they're taking on a K-State team that's just not very good. Now, K-State this year, for me, they started off the year pretty strong, and yes, they are at home in today's matchup, but this K-State offense has just gone real cold over the last few weeks, and that's truthfully why they've lost 4 straight games. They've lost to Iowa State, they've lost to Houston, they've lost to Oklahoma, and they've lost to Oklahoma State. Now, that Oklahoma State game, I was not expecting that loss there, that 75-72 loss, and truthfully, now that they have to play this Kansas team that's coming off a big win against Houston, I just don't really like their chances. Now, I know this might be a little letdown spot for Kansas here after shooting the lights out against Houston. You might expect a little bit of regression. I get that. That's why I'm not taking them on the spread, the 4 or 5 points that the books are giving us. I'm just going to take them on the money line. And Kansas, they truthfully should not lose this game. Ranked 17th on offensive efficiency, ranked 19th in defensive efficiency. Now Kansas is really starting to get these pieces together here in the Big 12 after winning back-to-back home games against OK State and Houston before now going back on the road. Now, Kansas's problem in conference has come on the road. There are 3 losses in conference: on the road at UCF, on the road at West Virginia, and on the road at Iowa State. But they have to pick up a road win at some point in conference, right? Ain't no better time to do it than now, than today, against a Kansas State team that's just been struggling. Now, like I mentioned, K-State definitely does need to win this home game after dropping 4 in a row and now 4 and 5 in conference, but I really just don't see it happening because they're ranked 155th in offensive efficiency. Even though strong on defense, 26th in offensive efficiency, I think that's what keeps them in the game, but their turnover percentage on the offensive side of the ball is the major point of concern. 21.5% turnover percentage. That's 347th in all of college basketball. Keep in mind, there's only about 350, 360 teams, so that's bottom 20 in all college basketball. And if you're going to turn over this ball against a Kansas team, you know they're going to make you pay on the offensive side. It can happen. And this K-State team also struggles shooting the three-pointer, ranked 291 in three-point percentage in all of college basketball. So for me, do I think they might be able to get the cover at home? Yes. Do I think they're going to win this game? I don't think so. So give me Kansas as the first leg of the parlay. And now on the second leg of the parlay, we're going to go to the Virginia Cavaliers, who've absolutely, I think, have shocked everybody. Everybody at the beginning of the year, including myself, after seeing this Virginia team lose to Wisconsin, losing to Memphis, and then dropping their second ACC game to Notre Dame, I thought that this Virginia team, this program, just wasn't going to be what we expected to see in years past. I thought they were going to finish in the bottom half of the league, but guess what? They found themselves 8-3 in the ACC play, only second behind UNC, and now they take on a Miami team that comes into town, and Miami's been up and down this year, 6-5 in conference play, but they've struggled in certain games, especially away from home. They've lost non-conference games against Kentucky and Colorado away from home, but they've also lost to Wake Forest. They've lost to Louisville at home, which was a big shocking loss there. They lost to Syracuse on the road, and they also lost to NC State on the road. Now they have to take on Virginia Cavaliers, which is 11th in defensive efficiency. You guys know what Virginia does on the defensive side of the ball. 22nd in effective field goal percentage, 22nd in turnover percentage on the defensive side. They don't give up a ton of threes, 93rd on the three-point percentage on the defensive side, and 13th on two-point percentage on the defensive side, and 8th in block percentage. So for me, I think this Miami offense is going to have a little bit of struggles today. Now, Miami can score the ball, 44th in offensive efficiency, 19th in effective field goal percentage, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to get enough stops on the defensive side, as much as Virginia is going to be able to get enough stops. And then you guys also know when it comes down to Virginia, we always have contrasting play styles here in terms of super fast pace with Miami, 82nd in tempo, and super slow with Virginia, ranked 361st in adjusted tempo for Virginia, which is the slowest in all of college basketball. Because Virginia's home today, I got to go with Virginia. Because Miami had to fight so hard on Saturday to come back against that Virginia Tech team, they were losing by that game by like 10 points with like 8 minutes left to go. They really had to claw back for that victory. I think Virginia gets it done today. Again, I don't know if either of these teams in terms of Kansas or Virginia covers the spread, but I do think they both get the win today, and I like the plus 100 value that we're getting on this pick here. And if you want a little extra value, then maybe you want to throw in McNeese State. They're huge favorites against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, but they're at home today. I'm not expecting them to lose either. That should get you like plus 122, plus 123 odds or something like that. So if you want a little extra on the parlay, throw them in there as well. But then we're going to go Kansas on the money line, Virginia on the money line as our second and final best bet of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Just two best bets for today. We're going to go with the Nick Claxton player prop, and then we're going to go with the little bozo pack there. I will have a few added player props once I get more injury news or maybe a team total or a side in NBA. But we do have a short slate today, so I'm not trying to force anything, especially after an up and down weekend. And then I'm sure you guys have faced some up and down weekend as well. Some games went your way. Some games didn't go your way. It was just a really, really wacky weekend. So you don't want to get back too many units on a Monday. We have a long week ahead of us, and we have a full slate of games tomorrow, so no need to go too crazy today. If you want some of my other best bets and picks and plays, make sure you click the link in the description, join the free Discord group. But that's it for me today, my friends. Just two best bets, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a sweep tomorrow, and then we'll come back with more on winners. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you share this video with somebody who's a sports bettor, and drop your favorite pick below, so this way I can tell you guys. All right, my friends, let's get after it. Dictate your freight, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, gang.